Welcome to Reality Aftershow coverage of Naked and Afraid, Last One Standing, Season 3, Episode 6. I'm Jonny Fairplay, joined by one of the leaders of the mutiny, Trish Bulinsky.
Oh my God, don't start that.
Mutiny. So this was the pirate season of last one. I was on the pirate season of Survivor, so I can relate. I got this hat.
I love that hat.
Yeah, thank you. For those of you listening and not watching, maybe you should watch. Wow. I'm going to start with this. We're gonna go through the episode. I kind of teased it before we went on the air. I don't know if you've heard, but the producers of The Challenge, MTV's The Challenge or Paramount Plus's The Challenge, is doing a new show called Predator versus Prey.
Ooh.
It's basically hide and seek, featuring former Survivor players, former Alone players, and former Naked and Afraid players.
No way. Who's on it? I've not.
It's coming. I don't think they filmed yet. So, is there something you need to tell us?
No, this is the first I'm hearing about it. I have not heard about that at all.
Is this our celebrity Naked and Afraid?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I would be down to dip a toe in.
Who doesn't want to play hide and seek?
I mean, I love some hide and seek.
Are you a better hider or a seeker?
I'd say seeker.
Yeah, I'm like a really good hider, but I feel like people give up. But then when it comes to seeking, I kind of give up. So like I don't know.
I mean, I could be good at both, but again, it depends. Like sometimes I'll give up, just like whatever. They've got such a good hiding spot, but then other time it depends on who it is, who I'm seeking. Yeah, I'm competitive.
I feel Matt Wright could be really good or really. I mean, because he's a big boy.
He'd be a good seeker. He's a hunter, and
he'd be a much better seeker.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
But at the same time, I could see him like, it's just like, oh, this is the perfect elephant dung. Let me coat myself.
Yeah, elephant dung is so great. You should put it in your mouth and chew it up. It's fantastic.
I can only imagine.
It's fiberlicious.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. That was last season. That was fun.
All right. Well, it's episode 6, and our beginning intro, Cheney ends again saying Australia. Is this a Cheney edit win? I mean, she was a member of the 4-person mutiny, and then she wasn't.
She was, and then she wasn't.
Girl power.
Yeah, we had some girl power out there, and we had quite the girl power.
Well, we'll get there. It's day 18. Kayla is practicing with the bow because the only way to effectively use the bow is practice with it, unless you're Max.
Yeah, unless you're Max or unless you're Jermaine.
Yeah, yes. So, well, he just doesn't. So Max, the more he practices, the worse he gets.
Yeah.
So, do you think that was fatigue?
I think of a lot of it's fatigue and environment too. I mean, it's hot out there. It was so hot. And between the ground being hot, the air temperature, the fatigue, the food, the lack of sugar that gives you energy, I think all of that is.
Do you think he got in his head a little bit too, maybe?
Max, I really don't know.
It doesn't seem like that, but it's just like there's no way he finishes last on this thing. We'll get there, but it's just like, and because we start the when he's like he's shooting low, and it's just and it never changes. If you look at all of his arrows, they're just like it's just like raise your arm.
Yeah, I really don't know. Because he was pretty dialed in while we were out there, so it could have just been fatigue. It could have been an oversight, or he could have just been like, you know what, not used to this bow.
Yeah.
And just didn't dial it in quick enough.
We learned from Jermaine that all bows are exactly the same. And if you go to Dick's Sporting Goods, they only sell one bow.
One bow, and you don't need to practice with it because it'll.
Well, I mean, as soon as you just do it once and you got it.
Yeah, I mean, who needs to even do it once? Just pick it up and like, I got this.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a compound bow?
Yes.
No, you haven't, because there's no such thing. There's only
What
the
do you
one.
mean?
It's just Jermaine says there's one bow. They're all identical.
Okay, you got me there. Yes.
You feel like you've seen a compound bow, but you
No. I think they just talk about it. I don't know.
You know what? It's an urban myth.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like a Yeti.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it was in those big bushes.
It could have been in the bushes in the nest.
In the nest. Oh wow, this is quite the season.
My head hurts from that eye roll.
My head hurts from this season. So you can answer or not.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be a tricky one, Johnny, because
okay, I'm with you.
You know how it works with the NDAs. So
no, I'm with. Are we as fans? Are we kind of over the last one standing concept and we want to just go back to XLs, or does it just need to be fixed?
I think it needs to be fixed. Okay. I think they need to consult with a variety of cast members from all genders, shapes, and sizes. And I think that they need to reevaluate stuff, look at the mistakes and the problems and all the things surrounding the challenge, and definitely come to some other conclusion.
So with some tinkering, that this concept does work.
It can work if it's done the right way. But
okay. We've seen an evolution of, like season 3 is not season 1.
No, and it's not season 2 either.
No.
It's similar with some aspects of it, but it's definitely, I think, it took a turn this season.
Was season 2 closer to what we were trying to do?
Season 2, kind of, yeah, a little closer to what it needed to be, but still needed to be tweaked. But season 2, I think, was better.
I feel like a conversation with yourself and Tricky and Jeff and Matt and Cheney. I as you said, different shapes, sizes, and body parts. Yes. I think we could map this thing out properly.
Mm-hmm. We absolutely could.
But this is felt off from the beginning.
Yeah, and I'm reading. Oh, sorry, I'm getting attacked by yellow flies. I have my weapon of choice. Sorry.
Is that going to be your item next time?
It's going to be my item for the next challenge.
I'm gonna bring my duct tape, and you bring your fly swatter.
My fly swatter.
We're set.
We'll be a team. We will be unbeatable. Unbeatable.
Let's go 50 days with duct tape and a fly swatter.
Done. I could do that, no problem.
All right. Yeah. So all right. So let's talk episode 6. It's day 18. Kayla's Price with the boat. She's weak right now, and she decided, her and Max decide to do finger paint stripes like a wrestling tag team from the 80s. They're good. Laura has figured out internally that back-to-back challenges possibly not the best move for her mind and or her body.
True. Yeah, that was a little bit of a component out there. Just a little bit.
I think that whiplash, have you ever had whiplash in real life?
Yes, years ago.
Yeah. It affects normal life.
Yes.
Immensely. I feel like that should have been I know Laura's a fighter. I know she's tough. I mean, she's, a 1,000 times tougher than me. So, I'm not sitting here going, oh, no. It's just, no, I'm a wimp. I'm a self-admitted wimp. But I can tell you, whiplash in real life, it fucks up your world.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely does. And,
surviving is not. Yeah, sorry, what's that?
That was the case with her for a bit out there after that incident.
Yeah, surviving is not optimal with whiplash. I as tough as she is, I don't lose it. if I'm production, I'm just like,
she's tough. But all those girls, I mean, they're cut from a different cloth.
well, you're cut from there. You're right there.
We all are. We're cut from a different cloth, and that's why we work so well together. Is because we all get it. We all have that same little streak of insanity in us, and it works in this situation. And if they were not as tough as they are, there's no way half of a person would have stayed. No way.
No. So, well,
No way.
Tricky is happy Jermaine left, and it's not time for Cheney to practice with the bow, and she's just looking to spend time with her idol Laura. Is this we got a schoolyard crush?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Are you more Cheney's type?
I really don't know what Cheney's type is. I don't know her like that, so I don't know. I like Cheney. I love them all. I just I don't know what. I think when you're out there doing what we do naked, you bond with people in a different way than just like how you guys do on Survivor. It's different bonding. Like this is like you're wide open, vulnerable. Like when I see you laying there and I can see your butthole, I mean, that's a whole different level of
It
of
changes.
getting to know somebody.
Yeah, it changes the vibe.
Yeah, it changes the vibe. It changes, I mean, because you have a level of trust that you don't normally have in like everyday life. I mean, when you're sitting there naked and vulnerable, I mean, you're vulnerable. It's just like it's literally all hanging out. So there's a level of respect, and there's a different kind of closeness and bonding that you get out there.
Yeah, no, it's there we go. So well, Max and Kayla are making a blind, looking for a 10 to 15 yard shot, and that blind was legit.
Yeah, Max is really, really good at making shelter, and Kayla's right there with him. I mean, they're a really great, strong team. Really smart, really creative, and I am not surprised that they put something like that together.
So, well, Darren wants to make a pit oven because he makes lots of pit ovens, and not shockingly to anyone. And you guys are going to cook the pig head. Now, I went to visit a friend of mine, Cowboy.
Okay.
He's from Vietnam. He was on Survivor Cook Islands. He was living in Blacksburg.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember him.
Yeah, so Cowboy. I went to Blacksburg. It was a Virginia Tech football game, and so it was like, "Hey, there's a Virginia Tech football game. You want to come up?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I go out there. I was just like, "Where are tickets?" He goes, "Oh, I don't have tickets." He goes, "There's just a game. I figured you'd want to hang out." And I was like, "Okay." And I can't remember if it was a turkey or a whole turkey or a whole chicken. I can't remember which, but. I get there and he's finishing digging this hole, and no, he'd already dug the hole, and he has a fire in the hole, and then he takes the turkey or the chicken, whatever it is, I believe it was wrapped in aluminum foil, if memory serves correct. He throws it in the hole and then buries it and then builds it, and he was just like, "All right, we're eating in 6 hours."
Yeah, that was pretty much what we did. We buried that sucker, and we just sat and waited.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was actually really good. Really
Who
good.
knew?
And it was kind of like smoked and flavored with the paper bark, so it had like a whole entirely different taste to it. But
and you're looking for a different taste. Like on my first season of Survivor, we won a grill, like a wrought iron table that you could grill on.
Okay.
And a spice rack, and that changed life.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, spice rack. I mean, because you're eating the same thing every day, but it's just like today it's Cajun, tomorrow it's dill.
Any flavors,
any flavor is flavor.
That's right. That's right. It doesn't matter what it is. If it changes and it's different, like it's semi-palatable, you're on it.
Yeah. So no. So I get the bark, you know, given that smoky. It's like, hey, it's smoked. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It
not
was
grilled.
yeah, yeah. And I've been to a pig roast. Like I was in Tahiti a few years ago and they did a huge pig roast, like in the sand, covered it up with leaves and banana leaves and all kinds of palm. And it was fantastic. So this was just the same concept.
There we go. So, Trish, you come to the realization and size up your teammates as competition and not necessarily teammates. And you're like, just doing a little self-reflection. You're like, I'm not a coattail rider, but I do see different degrees of size and strength advantage going into this competition until now and moving forward.
That's right. And I mean, there's so many other things that are in motion, so many other wheels moving that was just one component of that realization.
So,
without saying too much.
So, Kayla is blacking out and she has prickly numbness on her extremities, but don't worry, she's still in.
She is, let me tell you something. She is a tall, thin, beautiful girl or woman, I should say, not girl. She is as tough.
You've been watching too much Love Island. It's girls and boys. I literally cannot look at a guy and not call them a boy now because of Love Island. I'm like, hey boys, get over here. It's just like,
yeah,
I'm fucking 60, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't have even said that. No, Kayla is a very competent, capable, strong woman, and she is did you know she rode a bull? She like got on a bull and rode a bull. I saw the video. Insane. I'm like, I do a lot of crazy things. I would not jump on the back of a bull.
I won celebrity bull riding.
Did you?
Yeah, Ty Murray, the greatest bull rider ever. He was Jules' fiance at the time.
Oh, okay.
We filmed in Stephenville, Texas. We lived on Ty's ranch for 11 days, and then we went to Nashville to an actual PBR event and competed. It was me, Vanilla Ice, Rocket Ishmael, Nitro from American Gladiators, Leif Garrett, Francesco Quinn from Platoon, Cowboy Kenny Bartram from Motocross X Games, Josh something from UFC. So Leif sees the bulls and quits. Like as soon as we saw the bulls, he's like, I'm out.
Yeah, I would not be doing that. So I don't know.
I ended up riding 11 bulls and I got 8 for 8 seconds.
Did you really?
So everyone else figured out on like the second buck how to safely get off.
Right.
I never figured that out. So I'm like, well, I'm not in a hurry to hit the ground.
Just hold on.
I was hoping I would get 8 seconds. They'd sound the horn and then the bull would sit down and be like, you got me.
Yeah. Sit down and be like,
never did that.
Yeah. Oh man. So I would never do that. So knowing that she did that, like, and I found that afterwards, but she is just so strong and tough.
It's crazy.
That we did on fumes.
We did that the finals of the Celebrity Bull Ride. We were at the PBR event in Nashville, and so Rocket Ishmael's supposed to win. Like he was the best of us, like no contest. And his bull did the exact opposite of what it normally did, and he got like 3 seconds. So anyway, so everyone else goes, and finally I'm the last one, and Ty Murray's like, God damn it, if I could pick anyone else to fucking do this, it would be anyone but you. He was like, but you gotta fucking get it so I don't look like shit.
I freaking love that.
And I go there, I'm just like, I got 7.9 seconds, but I felt like it was 8. And so they have the challenge thing. So I walked over to the challenge thing. I gave it the double middle fingers and punched it. About broke my hand punching the challenge button. They reviewed it, and I had 8.1 seconds.
Damn! Where can I watch this?
I don't even know. I'll look. I'll find it.
It was
on CMT. It was like the first reality show CMT did.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
so, yeah, country music television. Who knew?
They'll put
So,
anything on that. I mean, especially
it,
bull. Come on.
yeah. No, they called me up. They're just like, hey, do you want to do? We're doing celebrity bull riding. I'm just like, lose my number. Do not call back. And they're like, well, it's I think it was like 50 grand for 12 days. I was like, hello, you still there?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, that might sweeten the deal.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was planning on just quitting, and then Leif quit. I'm like, fuck, he stole my gimmick.
Yeah, you can't back out of that now.
I
And
know. Because everyone's like, man, fuck him. You're a pussy. And I'm just like,
yeah,
yeah. Oh, is he?
you can say that your grandma called and wanted to not get on that bull. And
Oh,
use that one.
so, all right. Well, Matt is now building a bull, and
A bull roar, yes.
Darren, of course, has written a paper on one,
Yep. Told
obviously.
us all about it.
And Trish, women are not allowed to hear it because it chases away the bad spirits and into women.
I don't know what the hell that's about. I don't know. All I know is I had never seen one before. I didn't have never even heard of one of those
I
before.
haven't either.
Yeah, and so Darren told us all about it. That man is a wealth of knowledge. He is so creative and so smart, and Matt too. Um, so the two of them, like when Matt started making it, and Darren was like, "We got to be careful with that because if you start doing that out here, you don't know what could happen." Because he's very spiritual and very in tune with that. So whatever Darren was saying, I was like, whatever he's saying, let's follow that because I don't know anything about this in the spirit world, and it's been crazy down
They
under.
call it the mutiny.
Sure. Yeah, I think that was already in the works. But
I don't think so. I think the bull lord drove the wicked spirits into you guys, and
yeah, still possessed.
And Sheenie was far enough away that she didn't get all of it.
Yes, that's exactly why she stayed. She stayed because she did not have the tentacles of the bull roar infiltrating her brain and her decision making.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tricky was standing in front of her, so he blocked some of it.
He blocked it with
his feminine physique.
Yeah.
Shots fired, Tricky.
Oh yeah, Tricky.
All right, so Trish, you and Sheenie meet up with Laura and Kayla, and the girls will not be, the women will not be carried by the men, and Sheenie sees some pigs.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Because none of the women did want to be carried. I mean, we all had our issues out there, but it's so much more there's so much more in depth that I can't really get into. But that was one component of it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Damn
Laura,
those NDAs.
those tricky NDAs. Laura and Kayla, they share their thoughts. And Max is like, y'all just hangry. Relax.
No, because if you really, really dive in, Matt had brought home a pig. And what you don't see is the amount of fish that we are catching. Between myself, Kayla, Laura, Matt, Darren, we're catching fish like crazy. And not just some little guppies. We're catching 5, 6, 7 pound sooty grunters, which is basically a tilapia. And at some points, we had so much fish, we couldn't finish it. Wow. So hunger was not an issue.
All right. Well, it's day 20. Max is hunting, and he comes back, and Laura and Kayla have left their shit for Max. They're like, we out. They grab you and Sheenie. Max is back, and he's like, God damn it, the girls are gone. Mm-hmm. And you guys say these challenges are made for men. Fuck your cameras. We're done. We're taking control back.
That's right.
And you announce that you're leaving the competition. You say you don't want to be a hen in a cockfight.
That's right.
Max replies, just because you didn't muscle your way through does not mean stolen valor. And Jeannie goes for a walkabout because she's in Australia.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to walk about at a pivotal time in the season? Yeah, there's a lot of things in motion. That's one of the things was just, staying true to ourselves, maintaining our integrity, and sticking together. And not one of us was wavering on that. Not the three of us.
All right.
There were 4 people that had started out with this mutiny, and we left with 3, fully intact with our integrity. Our truths are our truths, and people have their speculations. And when you really dig down into it, I performed fine on the individual challenges. You saw me last season. I came in first place on day 1. This season, I came in last, tied for last with Caleb.
Yeah, but you kept winning in the eliminators.
But hold on, I'm getting attacked. But they bite like hell. And then when I had to go to elimination twice, I came out on top both times in my individual challenges. So I'm not worried about my skills. I know the skills that I have. Yeah, they're not the same as everybody else's, but they're definitely different, creative, and I figure things out, whether I know them or not. And so there should be something to be said about that. But people are they're gonna speculate and believe what they want. But just know that we did this with all our hearts were in, and I have no regrets. And I know Laura and Kayla echo that. And I love those 2. I have the utmost respect for them. And I know that if I ever had to hide a body, I know who I'm calling.
All right, so there's some screenshots out there. I don't know if you've seen this or you're aware of this, but when you're telling the boys,
See this? This is this little bastard that's been attacking me.
well,
anyway,
now
he's dead now.
He will not be in Q anymore.
No.
There's some screenshots. Laura's fingers are crossed and your fingers are crossed.
Oh, did you notice that?
What did you notice that?
I may or may not have noticed that. I wonder if anybody else noticed that.
Wow.
There were some fingers crossed across the board.
Wow. All right. I was just wondering if you caught that.
Yeah, you could use your imagination on that.
Well, I mean, we see you guys. We see you guys get into trucks. But the episode ends with Max going, I can go right or left, or maybe I have a third option. I mean, did you guys get out of trucks perhaps and start another camp and you guys are providers for Max?
Well, I could tell you that the girls and I, as soon as we got out of those trucks, we went right to the fast food chicken place. Got a whole ton of food.
Is that I feel that takes away the integrity of the show if that's where Max shows up at the fast food place.
I did not see Max land there.
Okay.
I did not.
I would like you guys to call out Max for being a coattail rider.
Never. I would never do that. Max is definitely not a coattail rider. But yeah, I did not see him on the extraction, but we hightailed it out of there, and we got right where we needed to be. And the girls and I celebrated. We had milkshakes and ice cream, and we went shopping, and we had the best time of our lives. Wow. There.
Australia's a lot of fun. What city did you guys end up in?
So we were filming in North Queensland, and that was a little town called Charters Towers. That was like around like where the Outback was, and it was far out from that. So we wound up going into a little place called Townsville, which is on the coast. We rented a car and we drove around. We went to the Great Barrier Reef, and we had a great time together. The only thing was driving on the wrong side of the road in the wrong side of the car.
Yeah,
that was the biggest challenge of Australia out there afterwards.
It's a thing. So.
Yeah. I may or may not have went down the road heading towards the traffic light in the wrong direction one time. But that was it, only one time.
Okay, it happens. It happens.
It
So, Sheeny explains that she's always the only girl. She was the only girl in her high school. Apparently, she she was the only girl. She's military, right?
Yeah, she was in the military.
Yeah, she was the only girl in the military stuff she did, and yeah. So you explained that you're strong and tough, but it's time to go. We're down to 5 competitors. And Max is like, dude, I experienced a triple tap in Panama in 2019, but none of you ladies screamed at the ocean.
No, we sure did not scream at the ocean, and we did not flip our hair. We just pivoted and sashayed out of there. And I'll tell you what, Johnny, I've never tapped. I've never thought about tapping. I'm not a quitter, and neither is Laura or Kayla. And for the 3 of us to come to that decision at the same time and be 100% okay with it should say a lot of things that have not been said.
Okay. Well, I today's not the day to say, but I think some conversations are going to happen, and I think this is, at the end of the day, I think this could be a very good thing.
I really, really hope it's a good thing. Moving forward, for any cast that comes forward and does a challenge or does another last one standing, if there is going to be one, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. But for the next season, if there is one, I hope there are some changes made.
Yeah.
And I hope that we were the voice of change, because, that's a popular thing right now is change. Everybody wants change. And I really wish these flies would stop gnawing on me. Sorry, they're so bad right now. That I really hope something changes, and moving forward, it's going to be a great season, whatever it is. But I have no regrets from anything.
There we are.
No.
Well, I stand by you. So you got me in your corner, and so
I've seen a bunch of support. I mean, even Jeff reached out and he shared his support and is fully backing us, and that speaks volumes.
Oh, you got one on your arm right there.
You see that little sucker? Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh God, they're so nasty.
So, which one? Kai started this season of Making It for Last. She's usually the spokesperson for the women. So what's her official stance on this?
I don't know, Johnny. I have not heard a word from her. Women empowerment and all that stuff. I'd be interested, but yeah, I haven't. I've heard crickets. So
maybe she's filming something.
We'll go with that. Sure.
Okay. Isn't that kind of her gimmick?
I don't really know her gimmick. I don't know her that well.
Okay. Well, it seems like it on the show that was.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I just ask questions. I don't know. So.
I love the questions. I wish I could weigh in more on the questions, but yeah, I haven't heard anything from Kai. I think this is the most silent that I've seen her on social media. But she wasn't there while we were there. She was only there, 5 days? So I really don't think she could weigh in much anyway, especially
her tummy hurt, so it's okay. Well, I'm glad Jeff's there to be the voice of the voices.
Mm-hmm.
Who had that on their bingo card?
I don't know, but whoever had it, I mean, I don't know where they got that bingo card from.
All right. So, well, guess what? There's a scroll. There's no more camp competitions. It's individual challenges, and we're starting with a bow and butcher challenge. And you have to hit a kangaroo hide target and then skin a rabbit, and you earn the meat from your rabbit. You also earn salt if you're in first place, and last place, no food asset. But there is no elimination for last place because 3 people just walked out of the game.
3 people just walked out. You can't kick any more people out.
Yeah, everyone's safe for quite a while.
Yep. Yeah, the guys are pretty happy about that.
Yeah. So
I would expect.
Well, Matt Wright, of course, is first with the bow and arrow because how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice.
That's right.
Yes.
Matt puts in the work. That man puts in the work day in and day out. I have nothing but praise for him. He is a fantastic hunter, and him and Darren. I never got to survive with Max out there, but the 2 of them put the work in, and they came with receipts.
Yeah. So, and in case you're wondering how to butcher a rabbit, it's really simple. You squeeze the guts towards the back end and then give it a good baseball swing. And 10 seconds later, you have done it all.
I really don't agree with that method. I don't know if you know this, Johnny, but back in 2009, we filmed it in 2008. It aired in 2009 on the Discovery Channel. It was called Out of the Wild, the Alaska Experiment, that I was a part of. That was the first survival show that I had been a part of with Discovery. And I shoot a lot of things, a lot of birds and porcupine, and I show how to skin them out, how to field dress them. And I'll tell you what, porcupine is not easy to do, but that's something that I've been doing for years and years. So that is a challenge that I would have taken pretty seriously, and I think I would have did really well in that. As you could see from last season, when Jeff and Dan and myself, we had to skin out that warthog.
Yeah.
Had to do it quickly with crappy knives and broadheads from
butter knives and arrowheads.
Yeah, arrowheads and
like Native American arrowheads.
Yeah, and we did that. We were like, we did that with precision and speed, and we kicked ass on that. So there's no question in my mind that squeezing the guts out of the back of a rabbit is not the acceptable method.
Okay, it was quick. I don't know if it was the best. So during this challenge, I noticed something, and feel free to give whatever answer you want. Why does Cheney have a bigger blur down there than most of the guys?
I don't know.
It's very confusing.
Is that saying something about her or them? I don't really know.
I don't know. I'm just like, is there a forest down there or something? I'm like, why is as I said, I
keep my eyes from the chest level up.
I would look over people's heads. If we were talking, I'd be like, hey, so I'm going to go get some water. Do you need anything?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you don't really look down. So I really don't know. I don't know what's going on.
It was mind-boggling. I learned just why is Cheney's blur like twice as big as every dude's?
I don't know. Sometimes the blurs are so small that it looks like half the butthole is sticking out, and I'm like, you could have spared a little bit extra.
Yeah.
I really don't know what the blur team is up to. I don't know. Weed's legal in California where they're working, so I don't know. Maybe they're working late night and they got the munchies, and I don't know.
I don't know
what goes on.
I did tell you the Stephen Lee Hall Jr. story on the picture.
I don't think so.
So I met Stephen Lee Hall Jr. at Hearts Reality, this charity event. And, he walks up, I was just like, hey, how's it going? He was like, hey, Stephen Lee Hall Jr., I'm kind of a big deal. I'm like, well.
You told, yes.
I'm like, I'm immensely more famous, but, I didn't know it was his catchphrase. But fast forward the end of the weekend, and he was talking about his paintings, and Matt Bischoff from Survivor, they're sharing a room, and he was like, hey, can you, I have a French bulldog. Can you paint my French bulldog? And he's like, yeah. He's like, here, this is another dog that hands him his phone. And apparently, no one had ever given Matt a phone before. And so he just starts scrolling. He's like, holy shit, this guy's got a third leg.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I haven't survived them, so I don't know.
So there you go. Once again, you're not concentrating on that.
No, that is not.
At the end of the season, we're gonna out all the big dogs and little dogs. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be somebody out there who has that whole Rolodex of that. But I can tell you, I can identify my partners usually from behind, because when we're walking, usually single file. So when you're done looking at the ground, making sure you're not stepping on any thorns. I mean, the butts are right there, so I can pretty much tell you whose butt's whose.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
So, as for the rest of it, I don't pay attention to that. So it's not important. What's important is shelter and water.
There we go. So, Max gets a DNF. Did not finish. First time ever in Max doing anything.
Yeah, I know, which is shocking to me because Max is such a competitor. He's such an athlete. I think the whole tap kind of maybe rattled his head a little bit.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like Patrick would probably prefer to play by himself. You know, he's not really a team player. Like, I think he appreciates company, but he can convince himself that he's an island onto his own.
Yeah,
but
went off on his own a lot. He would always be walking around, and he did a lot of stuff by himself.
Yeah. So, but you leave Darren with Matt, so there so there's something there. Max is probably doing self-reflection, like, am I the worst that two people are like, I would rather leave than be with me?
I think Max is smarter than that. I think he knew there was more to it.
Yeah, but still, in the back of your head,
I mean, who knows what was going through his head, because they really had a great team over there. And I don't think Max would have thought that it was him at all. I think he was just confused as to what else it could have been.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's a reason he's not hitting these bullseyes.
Yeah.
And as I said, like, it's fatigue, whatever. But maybe the back, it's just like, am I the worst? It's like, no, Max, you're the best. Everyone loves you. Shut up.
Yeah. Stop. You're awesome. He is awesome. Love Max.
So, Patrick finishes second. It's
because he practiced.
He's on the A team. He's on the A B team. Cheney's third. Darren's fourth, and Cheney's a bad bitch right now, according to Cheney.
According to Cheney, yep.
There we go. Matt will take the bow, the knife, and the salt. Patrick will take the bow and the fishing asset. Cheney will take a fishing asset. Darren will take a bow and arrow because that's the last hunting availability thing there. Max takes a hide so he doesn't die. And Matt is going to make some salty rabbit stew and not share his salt because he won it and it's his. And Max is going to kill. Sorry, what's that?
You're not allowed to share when you win that stuff.
That's the word on the street. So Max has decided he's going to kill a boar with his bare hands. Thinks twice, grabs a big stick. That doesn't work. And yeah.
Hey, it was worth a shot.
I admire the optimism.
He was motivated. He was absolutely motivated, and I love that. I mean, you never know. That's the thing in survival. You have to take opportunities. You have to take chances. So it was one of those things. It could have worked out for him, and if it would have been amazing.
Holy smokes! So, he's already carrying all of Laura and Kayla's shit. Did he even have room to carry a boar?
I think he had to get a U-Haul while he was out there.
Yeah,
parked it right behind his shelter.
Well, it's scroll day, and proceed to zone 3, which is 2 miles away, and there's a decision awaits. Max decides to step on coals in his camp before he leaves. Everything is not coming up Millhouse for Max at this point.
No, I think it really just kind of spiraled after that. Like, after we all left, I think he was just really like thinking a lot about everything. Everything
except his feet.
Everything except his feet. Yeah. And to be fair, you don't always see the glow on the coals. Like they could look like they've been old and dead. I mean, they're black. It doesn't show any signs of it being on. I mean, I'm guilty of stepping on it, and a bunch of other cast members, we've all either grabbed them or stepped on them. So that, I think, that's an honest mistake that I think any one of us could have made.
Yeah. So, en route to the new Zone 3 destination, every animal on the planet runs past Patrick. Don't worry, he doesn't take a shot. He's just there to look. And our new teams are Matt, even though there are no teams, it's Matt and Cheney, thank God, and Darren and Patrick. I'm here for it. And Patrick is already lying about the lack of food options for no reason.
For no reason. Why? I mean, he had a fit about Jermaine lying, so I don't know what this gameplay was.
So, and the episode ends with Max going, I can go right, I can go left, or I can choose a third option. All right, Max, God bless you. I love you, and I love the spirit here. You ain't got no hunting assets of any kind. Go somewhere. Don't.
Yeah.
We already saw you try to attack a boar barehanded and then use a big stick. Neither were successful. Find somebody with a bow and or fishing asset.
I think the right or left or whichever direction Max goes, I think it's the absolute best choice that he selects.
Yes. Option 3 is a very horrible option.
I think his choice is going to be perfect.
Okay.
For him.
Me too.
Perfect for him.
Ooh, wow. Now I'm excited. So boom, that was episode 6. Not what we were I had a very different idea in mind based on the preview from last week. I thought you guys were going to form your own camp and somehow do like I don't know.
It would have been nice if we were able to be successful doing that. That would have been fantastic too. But you know, everybody out there was fantastic, and any combination of anybody out there that was remaining, I think would have been a perfect fit.
Okay. So a naked and afraid, last one standing first. Trish Bulinsky, a pioneer, a revolutionary, and apparently a pirate leading a mutiny.
Yeah, apparently so this is the funny thing, Johnny, is so you have Laura, who is amazingly strong and been in the game for years and years. Kayla, also another fantastic, strong woman. And what I'm hearing is that little old me, was able to convince these two strong women to leave the challenge. Yep. That makes no sense. They're so strong, but people are saying if I'm leading them out and convincing them, wouldn't that say they were weak-minded? Which they are not. So people are just looking for somebody to blame. They're looking for a scapegoat, and I guess I'm it. And whatever, I know the truth. The girls know the truth. And
but last week Reddit said you were a coattail rider, and now you're a revolution general.
Yeah, now I'm like I'm a leader of like the whole tap out. Like I'm the pioneer pirate of let's go, girls. We have to leave. No, these women are strong, independent, made their own decisions in their own way, and I had nothing to do with that. We just all came to the same conclusion. We all stick together, and we talked it out. We went over different scenarios, and we figured out this is the best thing for us. So there was no Trish got the girls to leave. There was no Laura got the girls to leave. It was, we did this as a unit for our own selves, our own morals, our own integrity, and nobody forced us. We did this collectively as a team and a unit, and I have no regrets with that. And anybody who doesn't see through a lot of the stuff, maybe you should go to critical thinking class. I don't know.
There we have it. Well, thank you, Trish. Trish will be back next week. Just because she led a revolution doesn't mean that she can't still talk naked and afraid.
I I can definitely talk about it.
Oh wow, she's got some receipts. Here we go, folks. Get ready.
I got some. I don't know how much I can show you the receipts, but I definitely have them. That's for sure. And I think, yeah, that stuff leaked online. That was quite interesting.
Yeah, everybody check out the Naked and Afraid Reddit. There is lots going on over there.
Yeah. And I've never even been on Reddit before, so I was like, what the heck? Like, I can't even keep up with my own social media. So when I started seeing that and hearing about that, I was like, oh man, somebody behind the scenes is talking.
Oh yeah. No, production loves to chat. So
they sure do. And you know what? They definitely like to open their mouths. They think that they're quietly sitting behind the scenes, but somebody has been running their mouth.
Yeah.
And,
seasons 4 and 5 of The Floor and some new show 99 to Beat, the reality star contestants leaked last week, and apparently my face was on that list of people. And so I just I saw the post, and I reposted on my social media.
Yeah.
And I got calls from, I'm not going to out the people, but I got calls from people on that list. They're just like, dude, like, you're not worried about your NDA? And I'm just like, I just said what an interesting group of people. I'm neither confirming or denying that I'm a part of this.
Yeah.
And B, it wasn't us that leaked this list.
Yeah.
Only production knew the cast of season 4, the cast of season 5, the cast of another show I've never heard of.
Exactly.
That's how that list came to be, is from production. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, so if they are leaking it out, I'm getting the clicks.
That's right. That's right. And that's exactly what's been going on. Like, everybody was like freaking out, and oh God, the girls are gonna tap, and how I don't believe it. There's no way. So a lot of people didn't believe it. And then when it turned out to, be the facts, that's exactly what happened. So now people are paying a little bit more attention to those Naked and Afraid Reddit posts.
Yeah, crazy. Well,
read between the lines.
With that, everybody follow Trish on social media. She's on the Instagram. She's on the Facebook. It's Trish Bulinsky. I'm at Jonny Fairplay, no H in Johnny. Go to JonnyFairplay.com for links to everything. Get yourself a cameo. Still knocking out cameos. Holy moly. And
you're doing a lot of these podcasts for a lot of these reality shows. I mean, is everybody keeping up with that?
Well, if you go to realityaftershow.com, links to all the podcasts. We're covering The Snake. We're covering Destination X. Later today, I have an interview with the latest eliminated person from Destination X. Gabe's Big Move. It's a Survivor podcast that's on Tuesday nights. We're talking Love Island season 7. So is the rest of the world. And what else? I feel like there's another podcast out there. We're covering a lot.
You're covering a lot. You're covering a lot of ground, way more ground than I think I can keep up with. But I mean, I think it's amazing what you're doing. I love these podcasts. I love
thank you. And we're killing it here. The viewers are showing up. They like hearing us chat about this.
I love the Jonny podcast. I think they're amazing. And they're different. They're not like your average podcast.
Oh, thank you. Well, I like the Trish podcast. That's what I call this, the Trish podcast.
I love that.
So awesome. Well, we will see everyone next week. Thank you so much. Click the subscribe button, click the like button, leave a comment is the best way to control the algorithm. You guys are getting nicer to Trish in the comments. What's going on? So with that.
Thank you. I like the nice people. I mean, we need both, but I'm not that bad.
I'm for it. So with that, thank you, everybody. Until next week. Bye, everybody.